Hello everyone, welcome to this special session on vocabulary building. Those who would be with me till the end of this lecture would get to know the way in which you can build a solid vocabulary which would give you an edge in any competitive exam that you are sitting for. It would make you a vocabulary master, right? So what are the points in today's agenda? Let's look at it. First point is to understand how important is vocab for banking exams. Now, vocab is important in banking exams, especially bank PO exams, at multiple levels. One, there are direct questions on vocabulary from words or idioms, their usages or their meanings. So that is there. The second level at which they are important is that when you have a good repository of words and idioms, you feel confident in the language of English. You feel, more able when you are looking at a passage, when you are looking at a question, right? So that also happens. So your confidence increases. And the third way that it is important is that in your communication, when you are communicating, let's say in the interviews or even in, group communication, when you are communicating with your colleagues, you would be able to portray what you are thinking in the right words, right? So that is how vocabulary is important in the exams as well as in your life. Okay. The next thing is, should we prepare? Now, if it is important, then you should prepare. There is no doubt about it. But you have limited time. So this question can come to your mind that, sir, when we read, we come to know some words, right? We might not have a proper idea of that word, but we get a sense of those words. So would not that do? Well, that can do. If you are an exceptionally voracious reader, then that would also do. But then, when you have limited time, you should have a process in which you can take the maximum benefit out of that time, right? So should you have a preparation strategy for vocabulary? Yes, because that would help you utilize less time and get more benefit. Okay. How much time should be given to it? Not much. I mean, in the whole week, if you give 1.5 hours to 2 hours at the max in the whole week to vocabulary, that would be more than enough, right? Okay. So, and that's doable, right? 20 minutes a day, kind of, right? Now, how to prepare? Now, you might, ask that, sir, 20 minutes a day, how do we do it? Right? You said that it is important and you are saying that it can happen in 20 minutes a day, but how to prepare? So see, those who have joined us, right, they would get a step-by-step process of how to improve their vocabulary. They just need to follow my instructions and they would be done with it, right? Because we follow a specific merit shine way of building your vocabulary, where we give you access to more than 3,500 to 4,000 words. You can master those 3,500 to 4,000 words if you follow the instructions that we give inside the lectures, through the word list lectures, through the vocab lectures. Now, those who are preparing by themselves, they would get a peek into that merit shine way today. Not only that, at the end of this lecture, I would also guide you how can you do it by yourself if you want to do it by yourself. Yes, you'll have to put your sincerity and ensure that you do it every day or, regularly, but you can do it. That is how I would guide you how to prepare in a short time, how you can be a master at vocabulary. Okay? Chalo. Acha, from this, I remember that a lot of students are asking about today's batch. Today we are starting off with the batch 2 of SBI PO, IBPS PO 2022, right? So a lot of you have been asking about today's batch in our messengers through mail, that how would you get the Facebook group link, how would you attend the lecture. So you would get a mail in the evening regarding all of these stuff. You see, attending the lecture is simple. At 9 o'clock you log in and you get into the first module and look at the orientation lecture. Now attend that very carefully because that's a very important lecture. Okay, right? Okay. And for the Facebook group and everything, you would receive a mail in the evening and you can just link through it. Okay, Now coming back. In this process, we will not only learn the process, but we will also learn 50 words in the next 10 minutes. Within the next 10 minutes, we will learn 50 words, right? So that's what is utility of time. I told you, 20 minutes is enough for a day. I would show that to you. Less time, more effect, right? 50 words in the next 10 minutes. I will show that to you. And then you will realize how you can do it by yourself too. Okay, chalo. So let's take a peek into the merit shine way of vocabulary building. Now we call it Ramsar way at merit shine. The vocabulary building way that we have created is Ramsar way. Now each one of these letters in Ramsar stands for a particular thing. Let me show that to you, and it will be clear as the day. R stands for roots or meaning. Okay. So through R, what we are trying to explore is the meaning of the word, understand the meaning of the word, or and both. Understand if there is any root associated with the word, so that we can do similar root words with that. So with one word we will be able to do a lot of words. Na? Okay. In today's lecture we will only look at the meaning part of it. But if you have gone through my previous lectures of vocabulary or Ramsar, you would see that I have used the root part of it also. So if you want to go through them, I would leave the link in the description. Okay. Next, A. A stands for association. Now, association means you associate that word, the meaning of that word, with an image or a visual, so that you remember it for long time. Then next, M. M stands for mnemonics. Now, a lot of times what happens, if you change the sound of the word a little, you would be able to, associate the meaning of the word with that sound of the word, right? So mnemonics help us in that way. Take it. Then S. S for sir stands for synonym and antonym. Right? So these are the associated words we will learn with each one of the words. How would we learn 50 words? We will do only 3 words today, but each associated with each one of these 3 words, we will do 17, 18 words. Right. So we will do more than 50 words today through this. Right. I stands for implementation. Implementation means using that particular word in a sentence, so that you know how to use that word. Okay. And finally, R stands for repetition, or you can say revision. Right. So let's start off with creating Ramsar of the words of the day. So let's start with the first word of the day, and the first word of the day is ransack. Ransack is a verb, and let's do Ramsar of ransack. So R stands for roots or meaning. So let's look at the meaning of the word ransack. The meaning of the word ransack is looting a place or damaging a place, searching for something, right? Now let me give you a visual so that you can associate this word ransack with that visual and it becomes clearer to you. Look at this. What is happening here? The shop is being looted. People are taking up things that do not belong to them from here, and they are destroying this place. Right? So let's implement it. Now implementation is part of sir. You know that. I told you. But we'll do it alongside association so that, it sort of gels with the association. Implementation, I. When the government fell and police became inactive, people started ransacking shops. Makes sense, right? So if there is no administration, no government, people would create chaos, right? And one of those chaos inciting events would be ransacking shops, ransacking other people's homes. In a lot of Hollywood movies, we see this, right? Whether in a pandemic or whether in a natural catastrophe, people are going inside a shop and looting that shop, right? This happens. That is ransacking. Okay? Chalo, let's create a mnemonic of this. Mnemonic, ran with a sack. So in Ram, the third one is mnemonic. So ran with a sack can be an apt mnemonic for it. So ran with sack sounds like ransack And when do you run with a sack? When that sack does not belong to you, you are running away with that particular thing which does not belong to you. So it sort of gives you an idea about the meaning of that particular word, right? So mnemonics are tools to remember the meaning of the word. Okay. Synonyms. Let's look at the synonyms now. Plunder, pillage, raid, score, seize, despoil, maraud. You remember marauder map in Harry Potter? So maraud is also one of the synonyms of ransack. Lay waste, strip a place. Now what is strip a place? Strip a place means to empty a place, right? Gut a place. Gut a place is also to empty a place, but it's also used when you put fire to a place and destroy it completely. Rummage, rifle, ravage, all of these in one way or the other are the synonyms of ransack. Now remember always, my dear friends, that synonyms are words that can replace the original word in different context. Okay, so it does not mean that every word in the synonym would be able to replace ransack in every condition. No. Now, how do you know that which word would be able to replace ransack in a particular condition? That would come through reading. Okay, so that is why I tell you, mindless mugging up words would not help. That is why, right? Yes, learning words through Ramsar method would help you, but it has to be complemented with good reading. Okay, chalo. Antonyms: skim, survey, reconnoitre, clean. All of these are antonyms in different context of ransack. Okay, right? When you are trying to save something, then you are it's an antonym to ransack. Repetition is your task, my dear friends. You are supposed to repeat it. I would be very happy if I see in the comment section that you guys are repeating implementation of ransack in the comment section. Fill up the comment section with your implementation. The next word, let's look at it. Churlish. The next word is churlish. It is an adjective. Now let's look at the Ramsar of churlish. Meaning, rough behavior, bad-mannered. That's what churlish means. Let me give you an association. See, this is Bruce Banner, or aka the Hulk. Now, at the first one or two movies, if you look at Avengers, the characters of Avengers had a churlish attitude to them. Whether it was Banner, whether it was Stark, right? So that's our implementation. Avengers like Hulk and Iron Man had churlish behavior in the first few movies. They were very rude, isn't it? Okay. Mnemonic. I thought of a mnemonic in this. See, churlish starts with C. So C can be she also. She hurl English slangs. So when someone hurls English slangs, that means that she is giving us gully. So essentially it means that she is rude or bad-mannered, rough behavior. So she hurl, so this part C, H-U-L, hurl, and ish, churlish, right? So you can remember it this way. Synonyms: crude, uncivilized, boorish, coarse, rude, mean-spirited, discourteous, impolite, unmannerly, uncivil. All of these words, these 12-13 words are synonyms to churlish. Now, antonyms: polite, gentle, polished, refined, sophisticated. These are antonyms of churlish. Repetition, again your task. Would be waiting for your innovative sentences in the comment section. Now, the last word of the day, lambast. Now, let's look at the Ramsar of lambast. The meaning first. The meaning is an act of criticism. When you criticize someone, scold someone, that's what lambast is. Now, let me give you an apt association to it. Now, who are the people who lambast us the most? In our childhood, it had been parents, but in our adulthood, yes, there is our bosses. So, getting lambasted by boss in job is just as common as having lunch, right? So, every day you have lunch, every day you would get lambasted by boss. That's how it happens in work scenarios, right? So, mnemonic, I thought of a mnemonic, lamba burst. Lamba burst, burst is something when you burst your feelings, your opinions, you scold someone. So, a lamba burst is lambast. So, there is, lamba is long burst. So, there is a similarity in the sounding if you convert it into Hindi lamba burst and with the meaning of it. Actually, lambast can be used as a noun as well as a verb, because when you are talking about that he gave me a lambast, that's a noun, right? And when you are saying that he lambasted me, so that's a verb, right? Chalo, synonyms: rebuke, censure, scold, reprimand, berate, bawl out, upbraid, remonstrate, castigate, chide, call on the carpet, dress down, reproof. All of these can come as synonyms to lambast. Antonyms: compliment, laud, praise, approve, flatter. All of these are what? Positive sounding words that talks about, people saying good things to you, right? Compliment, laud, praise, applaud, approve, flatter. So, these would be antonyms to lambast. Okay? Again, would be waiting for innovative repetition from your side in the comment section. So, that was the last word of today. So, my dear friends, did you enjoy it? First of all, pat your back. You did an amazing job. You learned more than 50 words in less than 10 minutes. Right? Okay, so that's an amazing achievement that shows that it is possible. So if you follow this merit shine way, even by yourself, you will be able to create a vast repository of words, which would in turn increase your confidence of English notches up. Now, how to prepare by yourself? First of all, don't mug up words or idioms mindlessly. That's the worst thing that you can do. See, what we did in here was not mugging up, was understanding the word, associating the word, and then doing some synonyms with it. And in synonyms also, we were not mugging them up, we were just putting them, right? With multiple revisions and reading, you will sort of remember it. Okay? Then, at the onset, make a Ramsar copy. And make Ramsar of unknown words that you encountered that day. 20 minutes a day. So, let's say 5 words you encountered. Make Ramsar of that, right? So, associated with those 5 words, even if you get 10 associated words, you would be doing 50 words a day. 50 words a day, 30 days, 1500 words. Obviously, as you move ahead and you read a lot, number of words that you get new per day would come down. And that's a good thing. That's a good sign, because then you have created a huge base for yourself, right? So make a Ramsar copy, and in the Ramsar copy, you see, don't save paper, because what happens is that if you write the words, the association very close to each other, it would become a dictionary for you. And dictionaries, you don't like dictionaries. When you want to feel asleep, you would pick up a dictionary. So if your Ramsar copy is also like a dictionary, it would not help, na? That's why word list books or dictionaries does not help. Why does it not help? This is the reason why it does not help. Okay, right. So keep gaps, just like what I did in the on the screen. Try and do it on the paper, and keep lines gap between one Ramsar and another Ramsar, so that you can put in the repetition in there when you revise the next time. Okay, that's how you should create your Ramsar copy. And in detail, I have also talked about it in the, Ramsar playlist of ours. If you want to know it in detail, refer to that lecture. The link would be in the description. Okay. And the most important thing, revise your Ramsar copy weekly. That would set you apart from the competition, because you are encountering these words again and again through your reading, through your Ramsar copy revision. And therefore, your ability in these words would be much higher than the ability of your competitors. And that's how you would create that competitive advantage. Okay, right. So that would be all for today. Hope you enjoyed this lecture. See you in the next lecture. Thank you very much and bye-bye.